Good evening and welcome to the Town of Proctor Select Board meeting. If you'd all please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First order of business is to review and approve the agenda.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. And to review and approve the March 22nd, 2026 Select Board meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Open public comment. We have two individuals for the Vermont Declaration of Inclusion and action items.
Okay, thank you very much for giving us a few minutes. My name is Barbara Noyce Pulling, and I'm here with Bob Harnish, who is a co-founder of the Declaration of Inclusion Initiative, which started in 2020, and it was set up to reach out to all of the towns in Vermont to sign on to a declaration that they are welcoming and that inclusion is a priority for those towns. 165 towns have adopted that. We're still working to get the other, whatever it is, up to 247 to sign on the declaration as well. Proctor signed on relatively early. You're the 26th town to do that. And another part, besides agreeing to adopt the declaration, we would really love if towns would do something with that declaration afterwards. That's why we're here tonight. We have an idea we want to pose to you folks that we're posing to other towns as well. And you know, we're plugging along with getting more towns to sign on and do more with that declaration because we believe it's important for the vitality of a community and for attracting newcomers. And some of the latest data from the Vermont Labor Department is that 17,000 people are going to be retiring each year in Vermont. So we want to help towns with getting people and adding to their tax bases.
Bob. So the town, the governor has signed on each year and declared the second week in May as Inclusion Week. And we ask towns to think about doing something to signify that. Some towns are having ethnic festivals and there are various other things that towns do and can do. We would like to speak with you about what we call implementation, which is as it is now, the Declaration of Inclusion as adopted by Proctor is just a piece of paper. We'd like to have it become more involved, have more people in the town aware of it and actively working toward it. And this is a project that, as I say, has been endorsed by the governor and various state agencies. But it's important that each town also adopt this concept that we want to make people welcome regardless of race, color, gender, and so forth. So there are various ways that a town can implement, and one is to put it on the website, for example. That would be a simple, no-cost thing to do. and many towns have put it right on the homepage. Others have put it on the homepage and in the document section. And another thing towns can do is what Pittsford did, and with a framed piece that hangs in the town office. And that's something that people see as they come and go in the town office. And but what we're here really thinking about tonight is what we call a concierge program. And maybe there's a better name, and each town can name it itself. But the concierge program is a little bit reminiscent of the welcome wagon. I think many of us, some of us in the room are old enough to remember the welcome wagon days. And
It's still around.
Is it still around? Oh, I didn't realize.
Maybe not in Vermont. Yeah.
And we several towns have the concierge program, and including Rutland and Pittsford. And Pittsford, where I live, has a very active program, and it's run as a collaboration between the library and the Pittsford Village Farm. And so we, once a month, we get names from the town office of people who have recently moved into town, and we separate out those who have just bought property and have not, are not actively living in Pittsburgh, and then we'll deliver a tote to those folks and get their contact information, and then include them in more town events. So the tote bag is filled with a town history, quite a large book. It's any information about the town itself, how the town works, where the transfer station is, and what the hours are, all kinds of things like that a newcomer to the town needs to know. And then information about various volunteer opportunities, say at the Historical Society or another organization, and information about the library. So there's that, and then we give local merchants a chance to be seen. They can put a brochure in, they can put a voucher in for some discount for a first-time purchase, and then so we leave that tote with them. We give them a warm greeting, and we hope that they'll be so. And then we leave our names with them, so if they have some question, they have somebody to call. They could call the town office, but they could call in an individual as well.
Yeah, and I think you have a handout there that outlines what we would like the goals to be of a program like this. Who gets the welcome packet, new residents, and also if there are some existing ones that may be having difficulty understanding and accessing various services. And we're early on with this concierge, or whatever the name will be, but in our thinking how to get this started, and we're not select board members, but perhaps the select board, a town manager appoints a chair to set up a volunteer committee. The select board, town manager, or the Vermont Declaration of Inclusion Initiative, we're a group of 5 right now, assist in finding service clubs or religious groups to take this project on. Or we're thinking select board or town manager assigns it as an additional duty to someone. So we're trying to, we're trying to come up with some good ideas about that. And so, you know, we're here to offer our services and any support we can if this is an interesting idea for you folks. We have a website. It's Vermont Declaration of Inclusion.org, and Vermont is VT, and all one word, Declaration of Inclusion.org. And it has some ideas, other ideas for implementation that Bob was talking about. You know, getting started, and this will be one of the projects in that kind of category. Ongoing implementation, maybe setting up a committee in the town that works on inclusion events or things like that, and in-depth implementation, which would be, you know, really digging into maybe policies or employment practices, and, you know, just taking a real critical look at what you might have. So different layers of implementation, and this would be up at the top. And, you know, we're always willing to come back to answer any questions about this, or to work with you as you explore it, if that's where you want to go.
Yeah, and I have some handouts here I can leave with you to pass around that help explain the situation.
That'd be great.
Very good.
Okay, any questions?
I don't think there's probably a lot at this point, but will there be, or is there any funding available through the state to help with these totes or books, as you said?
Right. There has been funding up to $10,000
Okay.
through the Vermont Community Foundation. I'm actually not sure if that's still available, but I can certainly look into it. It's a very good question.
Yeah, I'm not sure about funding. We have some very strong partners, Vermont League of Cities and Towns, Vermont Chamber of Commerce, and the Council on Rural Development. And I think for that last one, there might be a project that, you know, maybe we should go to them and ask if they would provide funding.
Right.
It would just help you to decide how big or small you could go.
Yeah.
In Pittsford case, it was, you know, the village farm and the library agreed to do the totes out of their budgets, but you're right, there's a little money involved there. Yeah.
Depending what your population is. I mean, about 2,000 here, right? So there's, you know, the number of newcomers versus the service clubs that you could ask, or the religious groups.
Right.
It might be easier at a bigger town to get clubs involved, but if you don't have a whole lot of newcomers, you know, in any given year, maybe it's not so cost prohibitive.
Well, it can become extremely costly because we have lots of rental properties. So if you're dealing with that every time a piece of property turns over, a piece of rental property, that becomes almost cost prohibitive.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm surprised, like in Rutland, I would be curious, are they addressing everyone that's a renter, or are they addressing people that are property owners? And if you're only doing people that are buying property, it doesn't seem like it's very inclusive.
Good point.
Good point, yeah. The program as we envision it is mainly through the town office, so that would be property transfers. And
I can leave out a substantial portion of your population though.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it doesn't seem, it seems slightly negative to what your paper says, so.
good
Yep.
point, yeah.
Yep.
So I think we probably have, you know, a network set up here kind of in town.
Albert has a question.
Oh, Albert, sorry.
No, go ahead, Lisa.
No, go, Albert, go.
No, and I was just gonna say, you know, we have a very active group in the town of Proctor, Our Yard, and they promote many programs. everything from Easter egg hunt to concerts to fireworks. And I mean, they use all the tools available, you know, to do their outreach work. And everything they do is inclusive, and they try and reach everybody currently. You know, so I think there are tools in town that are currently used to try and reach everyone. It's just that they just don't call them a declaration of inclusion. It's just, that's their intent. That's what they want to do.
Yeah.
Include everybody and invite everybody.
And I was going to say, like, I think that's probably the same with the Union Church. They're very inclusive of anything that's happening in town. They put that in their newsletter, put it on their calendar, the same with the library. Because we are small, if you don't work together, you're not successful. So I think I mean, of course, everything can, you know, have a layer of improvement, but we do seem to have a pretty robust network that supports people, or people know where to send people in town. And I don't know, I mean, it seems like, you know, yeah, we still have property turnover pretty frequently, just property owners. And probably noticed as you drove in, we're not, you know, plush with merchants here, and the merchants we have are not ones that are putting vouchers in for propane or oil changes. That certainly cost prohibitive. So I mean, we do have things, we, you know, offer things. Certainly at the library, the Union Church offers different, I'm not really sure, not include the Lutheran Church, but they're not quite as active there. I think they're more service. The Union Church obviously is a little more active, having a camp. We have a community garden there. We have preschool and like that. So it's a little more intertwined within that. So I think, you know, we can certainly look at putting a page on the website someplace, creating a tab for that. But yeah.
Into Albert's, you know, like the library does an awful lot for the town, but like our yard is just a group of 4, and we reach out, you know, for Memorial Day Parade, reach out to veterans, we reach out, you know, to children to do events for them, reach out to adults in the community, even outside the community, and with the big fall festival we have and drawing people in, you know, that is kind of appeals to all kinds of ages and people. So, and the concerts, again, different ages, different groups. So, I mean, we make the effort to do as much as I think we can with the limited number of businesses and budget we have.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we'd like to see in our communities that we visit with. And, you know, whether, we're not here to sell the concierge program, it's an idea, in case you need one. But it sounds like you're doing a lot of events, and and if you can publicize them as much as possible, that's all the more inclusive.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, the schools are very active, PTO, sports boosters, things like that also cross over into different activities and things. So if we're doing something, it's not just one organization, everyone's kind of in that, and you know, recreation, you know, doing those kinds of things also. So I mean, well, we can certainly think about it, and if issues come up, but sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And you know, we're not hearing lots of complaints or complaints, and if people come and you know, need to find something, they know they can come to the library and ask. They can come here. So we already have 2 real good spots for people to reach out to, that people are comfortable directing people to, and or the schools. And I think you know, that's a positive also. So
You know, the beauty of a small town, and it sounds like a very open-minded select board, so open-minded to ideas.
I think we're basically doing what you are proposing. We just haven't gone that further step and made a tote and put all of that in that tote.
Yeah. It's a tool.
Right, and I think it's a
Yeah.
good tool.
Yeah.
You know, we've got a community concerns council
Yeah.
that works out of the Union Church, and
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
a lot.
they,
Address issues for residents.
yeah, and usually put out some paperwork and support that quite heavily, you know,
Yeah,
financially. We give out a lot of
money.
money like at Christmas time and what have you, so.
And even the restaurant up here, they do, senior meals on
Oh, yeah,
Wednesday
that's right.
nights. It's a huge crowd that, caters to the seniors for a limited amount of money, good
Yeah.
meal. So it's kind of nice to.
Yeah.
That's great.
We probably should jot all this down now that we're saying it, you know?
Yeah.
We do have
We
a
didn't
lot to
even-
offer for
Yeah.
being such a small town with hardly any
Yeah.
business.
Yeah,
Well, if any questions, about this or any of the implementation things that we have on our website, pop up, don't hesitate to reach out to us.
Okay, yep, okay, yep, definitely.
Contact us.
Okay.
And if you could put the declaration on your website.
Yep, I'll
Sure.
upgrade it so it looks a little, yeah.
It just shows if there are new people and they oftentimes go to our website,
Yeah,
in a town,
yeah.
one of the first things they do. It's just a really strong message, we think.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
yep.
No, I think it's great.
No, we always welcome suggestions, ideas.
Sure.
so, Yeah.
Well, thanks very much.
Well,
Okay,
thank you for
thank
coming.
you.
Thank you.
And then you have something you're gonna leave me?
Yeah.
Right, perfect.
And could you check on if there is any potential funding for,
Yeah, and let Judy know.
yeah,
Yes, I will.
okay, great,
Okay,
Awesome.
yeah.
great.
Yeah, that could be a nice,
We should have done that before we came.
I can check into it too.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See Bob.
Thank you guys very much.
Good to be seen.
That was
Yes.
a pleasant subject.
Have a great evening.
Yeah.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, everyone had an opportunity to sign the orders,
Yes.
and we need to sign the form for Rutland County Solid Waste. I think that's just,
Yeah, they were approved, we just never signed the form, they just sent us a form that has to be legit, so. I probably could just be the chair, because I don't think they,
there's only one place to sign.
yeah, they didn't give a whole.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
The local emergency plan needs to be adopted.
So this is something that we have to, continuously do, and it's just pretty much standard information, but it's updated every year if people change. And, as it states in here, that Kevin Blangy and I are pretty much the two people that we will sign off on it, but we want the board to look at it just to adopt it first.
Yep,
So it's
I
all
read
the
through it.
emergency
Yeah.
information.
Any questions about it? A motion would be in order to adopt.
Motion to adopt the local emergency management plan.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Oh, we didn't ask Michael G. if he had anything. Forest management plan amendment.
So this was included in here because they have to do an amendment, just for the 2 and 3 stands that are left. And it's just basically a one-page document that says, yes, we approve an amendment to allow this. So he's still working on the forest with, right now we're trying, the last lot that we're trying to cut and harvest, kind of cuts through, Getcha was allowing us to get onto the property, but it still runs across Velco property. So he's working with Velco right now to try to get them to sign off on it. There's 2 different locations on the line, where one, we would go along the corridor and kind of cut across. It's just there's certain, like, poles, I believe it is right there, and we don't want to have to get too close when dragging trees.
Yeah.
And so the other one, but we're really using very little of their property.
Okay.
It's just getting it out of the woods and down the road. So he just today, reached out to them and asked if he could actually physically meet with somebody up there to kind of clarify things better and get an approval.
And then
So-
what happened about the lot that was in Pittsford that they said was,
Nothing's happened with that. That is still something that I think I don't know if it's our office that needs to clarify why it was never filed here to show. I mean, we show we own it. Pittsford doesn't seem to care. I think they filed it. So I don't know where the miscommunication is. It's between the owner saying he still owns it.
oh,
But I don't think there was actually a map that was recorded to say that.
oh,
So he's kind of forgotten about that lot for now. It's not that
Okay.
big a lot, and it's a piece that he's kind of carved out to say, let's just move on
Okay.
to these. But I'll
It's
circle back
something
when
that's
we
gonna have
meet
to
with.
get cleaned up though.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay, do you have it for us to
I
sign?
do.
Okay,
He only has 3 lines on it. He must think we have a 3-board.
well, he's signing it. You should sign it and we should sign it. That's
Right.
usually the way it is.
Right, I
When
thought he
we
had,
did amendments, because that's the forester,
right,
and then that should be,
the board approval. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you can just sign it as chair.
so a motion would be in order to, approve the forest management plan amendment.
So moved. Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, and you should sign
Awesome.
that.
Thank you.
I mean, that's when we did adjustments. That's
Oh,
what
for
we did,
yours,
yeah.
okay.
Okay, and update on reappraisal timeline. I don't like the sound of that.
Well, because I think there was some questions last time when we talked about the reappraisal. Originally, it was gonna be April when everything was gonna be filed by.
Yeah.
And the
Now-
assessor felt that was never gonna happen, that was impossible. So now they, basically settled on the abstract GL and the change of assessments early May, first week of May. Lodging the listers grievances to be held 3rd and 4th week of May, which will give them time to finalize the GL, and then, get that out for new tax bills. So
Okay.
it's all happening in May, then first week, 3rd and 4th.
Okay, so they're it should be done the first week and they're mailing it out the first week?
The grievances will be 3rd and 4th week of May.
Right, but are they mailing it? Because, not to be dismissive of the United States Postal Service.
Oh, I know.
But ours is not so,
Well, they said assessment notices early May, so I would hope,
okay, so I would just think that the earlier the better.
right, so if it's the first week of May and it allows those 2 weeks, I think
Yeah.
is what they're hoping for. And
Okay.
so then they could do the grievances the 3rd and 4th week.
All right, I just think if people haven't received it by the second week, then they should be contacting the town to say
Right.
they've been sent out, so, and you know how that happens, like,
Oh,
one side of town gets something and the other side doesn't, and. So, okay. And, so dump days, we're gonna do May 2nd.
Correct.
And hazardous waste will be 11 to 1, and then the dump will be, what, 11 or
10 to 1.
10 to 1?
Yeah.
Okay, and we're gonna do the same
We're
costs, the same process?
Yep. One, first time's free, second is $20.
And you have to get the pass here.
Yes. And we've already printed up tickets downstairs.
Yep.
And a list of what you can't bring down.
Okay,
And then we will take brush and everything that
okay,
week too. We ordered 3, roll-offs.
all right.
Wasn't it real cold last year?
Rained,
Yeah.
yeah, so. And then it's also, that Saturday is also cleanup day, so are we designating like, spots of people like clean up at the, I don't know, clean up places where the town is going to pick stuff up if they're in green up bags?
Yep, the only place that has reached out to me about cleaning up, we have no coordinator any longer, so we've gotten all the bags, and if people want them, they can come get them.
Yeah.
The only ones that reach out to me is a school. about
Yeah, but
doing
we're
it.
doing that Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
She's reached out to me. I brought her bags already.
Yep.
They're doing Beaver Pond and Gorham Bridge Road, I believe.
And we're doing the pool.
Yeah. Yeah, I did mention the pool too. And then, so I told them just to leave them at at the edges of the roads and stuff,
Okay.
and we'll get them. And then anybody else who comes in, just leave them on the edges of the roads and the guys will pick them up.
Okay.
There is also a 5K run that same day, the color run for the
Yeah.
school. So it's gonna be a very busy Saturday,
Yeah.
and hopefully a nice weather day.
Yeah. Okay. All right, a motion would be in order.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was like, who said
I
that?
was like, oh,
Yeah,
It's like, forgot about it. Yeah, Albert?
Yeah, I raised my hand up there.
I'm sorry. I was busy writing.
I was just gonna say that, the importance of, going to a grievance hearing is to be able to do comparables. And it's nice to have those figures sooner rather than later, because if I get my letter and I think it's out of line with recent sales, I would like to be able to go to the town clerk's office, get a copy of the property that I think is comparable to my property, and do those comparisons, before the grievance hearing. So I like that, what Lisa was saying, the sooner the better.
Well, right. Right, and it's not on us. I mean, it's all
No.
on them to get this done.
but we need the grand list
Right.
lodged.
Right.
And everyone needs to have a fair opportunity, so I really do,
Right.
I mean, it is a little disappointing that they have pushed it off, I think.
Right. And I'll
Because it's done.
I'll express those concerns though too.
Okay.
And then on the other topic, last year there were a couple, if not three, that came in with a commercial grade dump trailers,
Yeah.
dump the stuff in the box. I don't know if anybody comes with a commercial grade, if we're gonna, a grade trailer, if we're gonna allow it, or make them buy that second ticket, if they're gonna have that volume of stuff to bring. For the first.
Oh, because they have a
three-
truck and a trailer.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they have a truck and a trailer, I would consider that two trips.
So maybe we should just say a trailer is $20. That, maybe we should just put.
Trailer or a second visit with it.
Well, but I'm saying if you're coming with the truck and a trailer, that's not just a,
Right.
yeah.
But when they get the ticket, it says second visit $20, so it should be, if it's just like, say you went down with a pickup
Yeah.
truck and then took another pickup truck, that's
But I'm just
second
saying if somebody comes in to get their
ticket.
first
Right.
ticket for free,
Yep.
anyone that's coming that anticipates bringing a trailer,
Right.
they should buy a ticket.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that,
then there's no
that's,
questions.
yeah.
Then we've got to be a little stricter down at the gate in collecting money if people get by somehow.
They're gonna know when they come in to get this ticket, that's gonna be, we have to let them know this.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll post that on the website, we'll put it on the town Facebook page, we'll
Yeah.
post it other places, and we should make a sign downstairs that when they come in to buy it, you get a free pass, but if you're coming with the trailer, you need to buy a
Ticket. Yeah.
So,
Now, some people have pulled in and had stuff in a trailer only and nothing in their vehicle.
yeah,
So they're not carrying a pickup truckload of anything. They don't wanna put it in their car, they don't wanna put it.
Right.
So they put it in their trailer, that's one
yeah,
load.
that's-
So I think whoever's down there that should be your,
That's one vehicle's worth.
right.
Right.
yeah. People know when they come to get the ticket, how much crud they're gonna get rid of. If they're gonna come with the pickup and a trailer load, you already know what garbage you're getting rid of.
Well, I didn't want them to be confused to say that a trailer, no matter, and doesn't matter. if
No,
Now, I'm
I,
gonna say a truck and a trailer is considered two visits.
It's two.
Yep. The hard part is like, somebody could come with a trunk load and then you have somebody with a big trailer that comes down with two trailer loads because their truck's not
Yeah,
filled.
that
That,
is fair.
yeah. So, but we'll try to limit it as much as we can.
yeah,
Okay.
okay. Motion would be in order at 6:36 to enter the Board of Water Commissioner.
Motion to move into water commissioners.
Second?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. So everyone has a spreadsheet for delinquents. So you want to tell us the green means, the yellow means?
So you wanted the top 10 that could actually, we have shut-offs for, and we can actually shut them off April 1st.
Yeah.
So the green ones are, yes, those are the ones we know we have curb stops for.
Okay.
They're delinquent, we could shut them off. Some are in the top 10, as you noticed.
Yeah.
But they are, a lot of them are habitual repeaters.
Okay.
So those are, we can actually just go and shut off.
So why why isn't this one included? Because of this? And they're actually making?
Which one you?
This
oh,
one.
Yeah, that one is not, because it's already shut off.
Oh, it is? This one is? This?
Yeah, shut off already.
No, you're a line above me.
Oh, I thought you were looking at this
No,
one.
this one.
Oh, that one?
Is it actually
Oh, that one's
making
actually
payment?
making payments,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay, all right. So the green ones are ones we're gonna shut off next week?
We can't, yeah, they can be shut off because
Okay,
we know there's curb stops.
questions?
I see we've got some that don't have the shut-offs.
Right,
You're jumping ahead.
right.
But just thinking here, looking at this, I'm wondering if the two of them on North Street are probably tied to the same.
Yep, that's what we're thinking too, could be.
Yeah.
And I have mentioned that, you know, we could like the boards talked before about taking the forest timber harvest money
Yeah.
to use it
Yeah.
for these efforts, and if we have to dig up a property to put in shut-offs, then we will, especially when,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I mean, with that one, correcting that one issue, that's what? That's almost $8,000.
Right,
With those two properties.
right,
So,
So,
yep,
but I've got a sneaky suspicion.
yeah,
that they're
yeah, because we've traced and
the
traced and,
same time frame that both places opened and,
right, and we kind of think we know where it is, but not, we don't have access to it.
yeah.
so no one's current, or only one account is current with payments.
They're on a continuous, they're not current, they're paying continuously, yes.
But only one account is actually doing that, right?
There might be more than, probably maybe two, but definitely that one.
Okay, well, I only see
Two?
There's one on the bottom, the very bottom one.
the very bottom one.
Yep.
Well, that's October 2025. That doesn't seem very current to me.
Well, they've been making payments continuously and I did too, like, what, 2 weeks ago, so.
Yeah, but October's more than 2 weeks.
Oh, I know.
Okay. Because I only see really 1, 2, I mean, in February.
Right.
So, I mean, in my opinion, people aren't,
No, they're not. Once September comes, people stop paying.
yeah. So after we shut these off, then we can do the next 10.
Yep.
Okay.
Once I shut these off, I'll eliminate them. That way it makes it clearer to see.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think like maybe the next list, if people are already shut off, they can be down here in a separate box
Okay.
that are already shut
I don't
off.
even need to put them on here because, I mean, they're still delinquent.
Well, no, I think it's good to keep them on just so we remember that.
Yep.
But I think that they're shut, because some of them are shut off. But I mean, just to keep them on the table, I think it's a good idea, but I think you can put people that are shut off in a
Yeah.
different box.
And most of the people who are shut off already are being tax saled.
Yeah.
Or like one is up for sale.
Right, okay, yeah, I just think that you can separate that off, I
Okay.
think that makes it easy, okay. Any questions about, so next week, next Monday? They're gonna,
Oh.
or when they're gonna
I
shut off.
thought you meant next Monday's meeting. No, we don't have a meeting.
No.
Yeah, I'd have to get in touch with the guys to see what their schedule's like.
Okay,
Yeah,
but you can't shut off on Friday, right?
right. Yep.
So it would be great
There's
if
no
they could,
holiday.
if they could start like next Monday. And at least,
Yeah.
you know, cause that might create some income,
Yep.
so.
And this time, you know, if people are a delinquent, if they had an agreement, they're delinquent, they're gonna make them pay in full.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, I mean, you can't, I mean, some of these numbers are just,
Right. Okay.
we can't be the loan company at $25 a month for people's water, so. Or everybody's gonna want that plan. So, okay, any questions about that? All right, anything else for water?
Yes, other business, there was, I don't know, it's a totally different, it was on the, Judy probably heard this before, the fluoride additives that we use
Yep.
was brought up, so I don't know how to bring that to the table or how to proceed or even to look into something.
It was brought up once before, years ago,
Yeah.
about taking fluoride out like other towns have, and people didn't agree with it. I know we've been asked to revisit it again, so it would be up to the board, to present it and say, hey, do you want to consider this, you know, a vote for the town about removing fluoride from the town water?
But that wouldn't be until March at town meeting.
Yep, that's fine. Well, I just think it should be looked at again.
Okay. I have people brought it, I mean, I haven't heard.
Yeah, they've come to me about it,
Okay.
concerns about it. Yeah.
I've
Okay,
heard one or two people come talk about it and trying to give me information and.
come to you.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, gotcha. Well, I think that, if people feel strongly about that, they should probably come to a board meeting and, speak to the full board about it. And that then if that is, you know, what the board wants to do, I think, the last time, and it's been a number of years, it was an article on the warning for March meeting, and you voted it from the floor, and I wouldn't be in favor of doing anything other than that myself. I think if you're making that decision, the people should be voting on that, so.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good, that's fine. I didn't know what process needed to be taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was too, but, you know, they had talked about, people talked to me and I said it has to be on a ballot. I mean, we have to vote for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to be,
And the information that was presented, the best way to present it to the people so they know what they're voting for. I don't know how we would go about that.
so I think we would,
Whether it's cost, whether it's,
I mean, it would depend on how the boards take on it. If you're taking
Yeah.
someone else's words, they'd have to say why they think this. Otherwise, we'd have to say, well,
Yeah.
here's the cost of it, here's the dangers of it, here's
They
the
would be
research on it.
responsible
so I
for
think
it.
it's twofold. If they petition to put it on the board, then they would have an opportunity to speak to it. If the board chooses to put it on the warning, just like anything else, you should take a neutral position.
yeah,
And then, just like last time, I think different sides brought different people. They received permission from the body to speak, and there was a pretty robust discussion, and then there was a vote from the floor. I don't know, personally, I would not be comfortable taking a position. I would want to stay neutral because I think we can provide the cost, we can provide, you know, I don't know what else, other than the cost. I mean, with respect to the pros and cons, that's kind of like where you're getting your information from, right? Whether it's a pro or con.
Oh, I understand, and it was, I had mentioned the same exact thing, that it's all in the presentation
Yeah.
as to how it's conveyed.
And I think, you know, if someone had strong feelings about it, they could hold, you know, they could speak here, they could hold, a meeting at, in the community room at the library if they wanted to have their presentation. You can write letters to the editor. You can have time on PEG TV. So if people feel strongly one way or the other, I just think that our position should be if you feel like that is a substantial concern by a majority of people to put it on the ballot, then put it on. But I'm not sure this is the place to take a position. I mean,
No,
I think you can let people know individually how you think you might vote, but so.
No, I think it was just the getting it out there, if they gotta get on the agenda to come in and
If they want to come under public session and talk about it, they're more than
Sure.
welcome to do that.
That's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of what I should suggest.
yeah, yeah,
Just to start it.
yeah.
Is Albert waving or?
No, that's
that
Judy's
hand.
big hand.
That's
Oh, okay.
it's like, Albert's hand's yellow.
Well, I'll make that suggestion anyways, that,
Yeah.
it's in the presentation, how it wants to be conveyed is,
Yep, and it
Yep.
usually has to be a resident,
yes.
unless
Yeah.
it's somebody like any place that they come here for like the inclusivity. If somebody has an agenda item that they're bringing from town to town saying, let's get fluoride out of our water, but usually it's a town resident or city resident, whoever, a resident that says, I don't want fluoride in my town water.
Yeah, I mean, anybody could come under public session and speak about it.
Right.
But I think that if you're doing something in town, that it should be the people in town that are asking for whatever that is. But anyone can come and speak under public session.
Yeah, and I think for whatever the reason is behind the use of it
Yeah,
differs maybe other than consumption. So
yeah,
it's
I don't
a
know.
little on the,
It'll pull the dentist out of the woodwork like it did when we discussed it before, and they'll come. So, I mean, like I said, I'm neutral, whether, but if people want to come and speak to it, I think it's most appropriate that they come here. Anybody can speak under public session. You don't have to be on the agenda. And, yeah, I think that's the appropriate.
yeah, and doing it's not, I think it's just was mentioned and it was talked about, and I couldn't give them a straight answer as to how to go about it,
Yeah.
how to, so I
Yep,
appreciate,
they can-
that information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? All right, all those in favor of leaving the Board of Water, a motion will be in order to leave the Board of Water Commissioners and enter the Board of Sewage Commissioners.
So moved?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, is there anything else? It's just the delinquent, anything about
So
the,
only just, I think I shared with you last time about the loan being closer to being final approval for the bond
Yep.
money. And also I did get an email today from our engineers where, bid letters did go out to
oh, great,
the bidders, so, yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get that money back.
Yep.
Be nice to get the project going.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All those, a motion will be in order to leave the Board of Sewer Commissioners and resume the regular Select Board meeting.
Motion to return to the Select Board meeting.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. You have the sheriff's report in front of you. So, they've been pretty active in town, or?
Yeah.
All right.
They caught that too.
Yeah, they were down, tonight. two
Yeah,
of them.
they're parked across my house.
Yeah. All right, town manager's report.
All right, so Public Works crew and I walked through the project at 29 Main Street, prepared a bid request for reconstructing the water main there. We sent the bid request out April 6th, with bids due May 25th, but We have an on-site meeting scheduled for April 28th, so anybody who was looking to bid on the project would meet with us first over at the project site and go over the details, so everybody's pretty much on the same page.
May 20, it says May 11th. Is it 25th?
Yeah, mine says 25th.
Doesn't mine say the 11th?
Yeah. What's yours
Okay.
say? 11?
Huh?
Huh, must have
Okay.
changed it since. I must have updated
All
mine.
right, just making sure.
I'm like going, 25, listen to me. We hope to begin the project by July 1, and part of that is because of budgets,
Yep.
so.
Yeah.
Let's see, Beaver Pond picnic area, gate opened April 1st. High school's cleaning up the area for Green Up Day, as I mentioned before, and Jay, you mentioned, and someone else mentioned to me about a car
Yeah.
down there. It's gone unless I'm missing it.
Oh, it's a I took pictures of it.
Okay, I don't see it anywhere.
Oh, okay, so it was right up on, next to the road on the
By the swimming,
west side of the pond, I guess.
where they swim? Or the picnic area?
Well, it's not by the picnic area, it's where the swimming is, it's right across from Grace's house. Just
Okay.
down the road, just a little bit, maybe.
Oh, I didn't
That
see any
pull-off
vehicles.
area.
It's right, I think it's in a pull-off, and it's right there on the edge of the road. You can't miss it when you're driving around.
Yeah, not where they fish.
Yes, yeah,
There
yeah.
was nothing there when I went by.
Oh, is it the car that people said that had been there since Easter?
Sunday,
Yeah.
Yeah, Easter Sunday.
Oh, because they said there was a car and a four-wheeler or something there.
The four-wheeler, I think, was up the road,
Oh.
on Florence side. This was right, you can't miss it. I mean,
Going on Beaver Pond. Yeah, I didn't see it, so,
Oh, good, so it's gone.
yeah.
Oh, that's good. You worked very fast.
Yeah. Snap my fingers, it's gone.
There you go.
I don't know if I mentioned this last time, we did receive word that we got approval from Mortimer Proctor funding for the park lights. So I'm just gonna go over the electrical bills, just so that everybody's on the same page, because there was some kind of questioning about, you know, all the aspects of the bid, you know, the digging, bringing new lines, are we putting 4 lights here, 2 lights there, how are we gonna put them up? So my intent is to order the lights and meet with the electricians and just kind of get an idea of what they'll be like, so I think that's nice. So,
Yeah, should be good.
yes. We ordered signs for High Street. There's a child up there who has a hearing disability, and some of the cars come around the corner there and stuff. Plus, if they're playing basketball in the street, so we did order that to put on both ends of the street. And then we're also purchased signs for the park and Church Street for picking up after your dog, because a lot of people are beginning to not pick up after their dogs. So we're hoping that deters them. So, and I have
So are
posted
we're putting signs in the park?
one sign.
Okay,
Yeah. And we're putting one sign up but across from the
okay,
apartment building.
Place, yeah.
And I posted in the building as well, so.
Yeah,
okay.
good, thank you.
Let's see, settlement agreement sent to the attorney for Kevin McNeil, on the photo that we talked about. Sent in reimbursement for our sludge removal invoices that were previously paid, received the final invoices and submitted for payment. Hope to have the bond finalized 4 to 6 weeks, so we can just get all those funds dispersed. And I think I may have mentioned this before, we ordered 3 loads of salt, 2 for our salt shed and 1 to reimburse the state for the salt that they shared with us.
Okay, Albert has his hand up.
Oh, yes, Albert?
No, I was gonna make a comment on the sheriff's report, but we can go over at, skip back.
No, it's fine,
No,
you
go
can.
ahead.
You know, I was just on the top sheet for, I just wanted to call attention to the cruiser prep. We're paying for cruiser prep. And, you know, I think that should be something that the sheriff's department should
Yeah, that's
pay for. And, you know, not charge us for cruiser prep. Because when we have a contract, I expect them to have a cruiser that is
Ready to go.
service ready. That was my only comment.
And what's the second line, I wonder too? What does that mean?
Oh, County Sheriff's Department.
Yeah,
Is that amount billed to us, or is it just noted?
I think this is all inclusive of the hours.
A lot of it, I think, is, yeah, hours, but it's also, I think a lot of it is just whoever is on duty they all report differently, and I think one jumps into a cruiser and they just clock in, and so they just start the clock ticking from the moment they get into the moment they are off duty.
Yeah, but if you look, we certainly are paying for a lot of, we're paying, so that is a half an hour. That's,
Phone call, minute tour.
yeah, it seems like there's,
Well, okay, so I think we've had this conversation
Yeah.
numerous times, and when
it's how
we're-
they write things.
when we're assigned deputies, they're assigned to us, so we have them for that duration. So
Yeah.
whether they're saying I was fixing my flat tire or I was doing, that's their time is on us right now. So I think it comes down to, some of it may not be charged, but it's just a matter of clocking in and everything that they're doing within those time frames. So I can guarantee almost it's all legit. It's not.
No, I
you
think
know.
what Albert's saying is, if I show up to work, I'm not getting a half an hour to prepare for my shift. You know what I mean? So if I'm supposed to be on the clock from 9 to 2,
Right.
at 9 o'clock, I'm on the clock. At 9 o'clock, I'm not preparing to be on the clock for a half an hour to start my shift at 9:30. I think
Right.
that's the concern. And that may well be what they say, but maybe the sheriff comes here. We haven't seen him in eons. Used to be, you had to beat him off with the broom.
Right.
Right, yeah.
And now you can't get him to show up for squat.
Right. Well, I
So-
think a lot of it is, so they sign on, say they start 6 a.m., they get into their cruiser and they don't just jump in their cruiser and head to Proctor. So there's different things that they set up, they gotta do and stuff. So I think that's part of that prep time within that time frame. It's like me, I come in at 8 or I come in at 7:30. I come in at 7:30, it's not like my computer's on waiting for me and everything's all ready. You turn your computer on, you look through,
Yeah.
So I think it's along the same lines.
Yeah.
Yes, Albert?
Well, I can go along with some things, but, that vague compute or cruiser prep, and,
Is that cruiser prep always on there?
I think if you look at who the people are,
Yeah, they all report so
they
differently.
write things differently, which is
Yeah.
part of the issue. They don't have continuity.
Like some are
for-
very detailed and they write every little minute that they're doing
Right.
something.
Yeah.
The others are just like, oh, I arrested somebody.
Yeah, I don't think they're,
Well, some people, it takes them 10 minutes to get here. Some people, it takes them 15 to be ready to go. So I just think that, it's not if it was any other contract, we'd be looking at it. It's not inexpensive. And I know we don't have any other options, but I do think there has to be, they have to be accountable too. And if you start looking through the amount, you have a half an hour at the beginning, half an hour at the end. The hours start to dissipate quickly. So I don't think it hurts to ask questions, and I don't think it hurts the sheriff to come in and explain to us. So,
Okay, I mean, I can have them come in. I feel like we just repeat this all the time. And I just feel that it's like if you jump into your cruiser and you need gas, you go get gas. You're not gonna clock off. You're on the clock. That's part of
Yeah.
your time.
I don't care, whatever the board
Albert, do you have
wants
more
to do.
questions?
yeah, I'm content with your response.
I mean, I definitely will reach out anytime we need clarification on, like some of the verbiage they use or the acronyms they use that we don't understand.
Yeah,
I
what
think
does
once-
VCVC mean? Says, drop off interns, submit VCVC.
I think once he provided us with a list of acronyms
Yes.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it may have changed too, so.
And I think a lot of them, they abbreviate things differently than others, so it's
Yeah.
hard to figure out what they're saying. But I'll be happy to question these with him. He's usually really good at getting back to me, so.
Yeah, it's just weird, cause like, even this one, oh, cause they had two different people here, they had 3 people. So that was 1, 2, 3¼ hours for one incident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm quite familiar with that incident.
3¼ hours, no, more than that.
I think they
More
call
than
in
that?
for help,
Oh,
is my
okay.
guess.
I don't know. It's an expensive contract.
Not as
But
much as
what do you-
garbage pickup. Not as much as garbage pickup.
It's probably close. How much is that, like 80-some thousand?
Oh, gosh, no, a lot more than that.
No, the sheriff?
Oh, no, well, last year was only like, what, 68, I think it ended up being?
Oh, I thought it was like 72 or something.
It's usually like 98.
Yeah.
Okay. Old or other new business? Have we, gotten any pricing or talked to anybody about, the crack ceiling?
We don't do that. We haven't done that for years.
I know,
I
but,
talked to him
But
about
why
that.
can't we?
Well, we could. It's,
Bedford does have some equipment,
oh, I know, we've already talked to them.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
and nobody
mean-
wants to do it for us because it's a horrible job. It's a horrible job, takes time.
Yeah, but what are we gonna do in these places where we have those issues? Like if you drive up Park Street, the street is starting to go like this. So we're just not gonna do anything? I mean, it's just, then there's gonna be a big crack, a much larger crack up the middle of the street. So,
Which is strange because we just had that paved, what, not long ago?
Yeah.
but that's what's happening, so not doing something to it. And sometimes when they, put the mix or whatever in like that, then all you do is tear it out again when you plow again, so. I mean, I understand it's so none of the paving companies wanna do it anymore?
Oh, they can, but it's not, I mean, we don't have it in the budget. I mean, it's not as, I mean, we've got paving galore that we gotta do in this town that's major, and we can't even cover that. I mean,
Yeah, but if we don't,
well, they can go through with like the hot mix and stuff to try to fill potholes and stuff like that, but, I mean, that's something that we would have to definitely budget for specifically for that if we wanna really make it, possible.
Yeah, it was a big outfit that came in that
Yeah.
does that.
well, it's a paving company. We're paving, we had some paving done and they did that in other parts of town. I guess I don't understand, like, yeah, we can pave and spend a lot of money, but if we're not doing any kind of constant work on what we've paved 2 or 3 years ago, we're just in this vicious cycle. So, I mean, and there's lots of places where it is cracked that need something.
Right.
So,
Well, I'll ask them. I mean, they did talk, to Pittsburgh and stuff, so
Will they do a quote or take a look?
yeah, that's all I'm asking for.
I'd have
is-
to get a quote from a company to do
Get a
it.
quote and see, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, see what it would be, or see what it is. The other thing is we need to have someone also look at the bridge too, because the caulking and everything around the ends is like,
Marble Bridge?
yeah, gone. It's not looking good. So I don't know if that's, Johnson.
I'll
I
check.
think that he
Maybe
gave
Brett.
us a price at one time and
Well, you can't even see like where the lights are and the marble sets on top, like
Right.
that. It's not looking good. And then because you can see that, then kids just,
yeah.
Right.
it's just, so, and there is money for that. Cause we put money in that every year, so.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to get a quote and some, have some guy come in and,
Proctor Marble might do something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
well.
No, I think he's
the
talking
bridge,
about,
but, Yeah,
Oh,
the
high-
paving,
Oh,
the
the
crack
paving.
ceiling,
Oh, I'm talking about the bridge.
yeah.
Do the tarring, they were doing it one year when I was coming home from work from the Cooley Bridge, was it the bridge by the dump there anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming up by Keys. and they had done all the whole road, and they were doing it, and they were letting traffic go through, and all of that
Lifted
stuff
up?
was going on our tires. They were filling our tires in our
Right.
car.
Yeah,
Took it all up.
yeah.
Talk about a waste of
I
money.
said, well,
Yeah.
that didn't work.
Well, I don't know, but we do need to look for something, because we do have a lot of, it was a hard winter. And
Oh,
so
I know,
there's,
I know.
you know, places like where we have just paved, you know, less than, 3 to 4 years ago, that we need to do some
Yeah, we have
preventive,
some major potholes
major,
and
yeah, so.
streets that need
Yeah.
attention big time.
And maybe it's more than the guys, I mean, maybe we need to hire someone to do
Right.
that so it can be done. And so, and I don't know, does that come with any kind of like, timeline? Like if you do it and it pops out in
Right,
3 weeks, they come back and do it again.
right, right,
Should last, yeah.
yeah,
Usually it lasts pretty good once it's cured
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
right.
And maybe now, because even where they did over on Holden when it was cold, that seems to have stayed in pretty
Yeah.
well. I mean, that was pretty deep hole there.
Right.
And that stayed in well, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are some big holes around.
Oh, I know.
And so that'll be the next thing people want to talk to us about. So, okay. All right, anything else? If not, motion will be in order Michael G., I'm sorry we missed you, under public comment before we adjourn. Was there anything you wanted to speak to? All right, hearing none, a motion will be in order to adjourn at 7:07.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.